Yep. What's up? Yeah. Got some shit done on this thing today. I think it looks pretty fucking badass. I like the way the bumper came out and everything. That's where the seat's gonna be. It's gonna pivot or something, and then I'm gonna use that shock right there. And it'll mount in there somewhere. And blah blah blah. But see that transmission over there? That shifter is gonna be sticking up. Well, it's gonna be. I'm gonna bend that rod. Obviously, it's gonna stick out to one side or the other or whatever out from under the seat. I might even be able to extend the rod and make it some sort of linkage or something. I'm not sure, but see, I made some templates. So I'm probably gonna cut out a piece of plate off of this. I mean, I could do this. Mount that motor right in the center of these two and still have room to slide it, but I was thinking cut out a piece of plate and then have the motor here, because there's a cross here, beams underneath, and so I'll be able to move the motor, and I'll have the head will look cool sticking out over the A-arms, kind of, because the A-arms will be here. I think it would look sick, because the motor does mount backwards, the head faces forward, the Predator, when you use one of those trannies. But yeah, I'm gonna have to put some sort of bracing back here anyway for the tranny, because it's gotta sit back there. I want a nice, a decently short chain run, so I'm probably gonna actually have to make another cross beam. And the tranny's not gonna be on slots. That's gonna mount solid, and then it's gonna be dictated by that one piece of chain. So I'll cut a piece of chain, put it on the tranny, have the tranny bolted to its mount, and then weld the mount in with the chain decently tight, and then I'll be able to use a tensioner to just, take out any slack in the future. And the motor's going to be able to be on slots, because that's going to be a chain too. And, yeah. Battery is low, but I have it on the fucking charger. What the fuck? Alright, well, that's what I got done today. Like I said, I'm going to be using that motor and tranny. It's going to be there. My steering is going to be like this or something. And the handlebar will be up here or something. And then, that shock on the back seat. Still not sure what I'm using for shocks here. I have dirt bike shocks that could probably fit, from all the way up here to the, like that. I probably would do that. I probably will do that. Nerf bars come out, catch that beam, and then bend out, and then back in to about here or whatever. Look at the fitment on there, though. I think that looks nice. I've been getting, I bought a 1-inch hole saw, and it works really well for 1/2 inch and 3/4 black pipe, actually, believe it or not. It fits them both, and this one makes a very nice fish mouth. And look at these. Look at those compound bends there I made. Look at that. I'm still gonna have to probably truss it off somewhere. Make the frame a little stronger, because there's gonna be some torsion on the seat, because it's just gonna pivot right there, right? And then the shock's gonna be there, so there's gonna be all sorts of torsion and pivoting stresses and whatnot. So I need something, one more brace for that. And obviously I'm gonna have something right here, probably at the same angle as the steering. And that's probably all I got today. give a look on this side, see if we can get the wheel to hang straight. Obviously the wheel is not where it's supposed to be, it's not in the center of the axle, but you get an idea of what it's going to look like. I think it looks cool. It looks like a proper quad. And I definitely have room for any GX motor, GX 390, 3 whatever, 270, any GX with slant head. Like I can use a 420 Predator in there if I wanted to, whatever the fuck I want, and I think that tranny will handle just about up to a 420 Predator, so that's convenient. And because like obviously it doesn't have the vertical shaft input, that was a weak point on it before. So I know it can handle more power than it used to be able to, and I will have I will have a support bearing because the shaft can come that way and stick out all the way to here. So I'm gonna have a support bearing here, so the chain will run, and there'll be a bearing right there attached to the frame. It'll definitely because this thing's gonna hit pretty hard. This clutch is going to engage pretty hard with like a 15-to-1 ratio in first gear, so that's going to be a pretty hard jerk. This thing's probably going to be able to rotate 3 times before the slack comes out of the drivetrain, and then it's going to hit really hard. It'll be fully engaged by the time before the wheels even start spinning. So we'll see. See what happens. I'm not sure about shifting on the fly too, so we're going to have to see. This is research and development, R&D, prototyping. But the good news is I could totally mount a vertical shaft motor like right here. Have the head come up to, you know what I mean, a single cylinder, or I think a V-twin will totally fit. Like they're not that tall, like, you know, and the shaft could stick down here on the side of this. Be a little offset, but not too bad. I think it'd be cool with a PLS 700, obviously, the input shaft sticking down, and that would have a linear shift pattern. Would be better for my situation. But I think what's going to happen is it's going to be like a choose a gear and go kind of thing. Like second gear will be good for everything pretty much, and first gear you know, if you want to crawl over some shit, and then you could shift it while you're rolling, but you're not going to want to shift while you're screwing, so because it's going to be a little awkward. The shifter comes up right here as it is, but I can make it come out this way and, like, you know, shift with your right hand, reach down or whatever. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, talk to you guys later. That's all I got today.